Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, are you a parent and are you struggling to get your baby to sleep? Now this video is for you. I'm going to be talking about the mistakes that parents make that ruin their baby's sleep. Keep watching. So, congratulations on having a safe delivery. Congratulations on having a healthy baby. A time has come for you to go back to the house with your child. This is going to be the most difficult couple of months of your life, trust me. And especially when you're a single mother, but here I am. I'm here to share with you the mistakes that most parents make that make their children lose sleep, that ruin their sleep pattern. So guys, mistake number one that parents do is waiting too long to put their baby to sleep. You keep on holding your baby for a long time after feeding them, after burping them, and that is not right. So you need to create a sleep pattern for your child. Make sure that your child gets a familiar environment for them to sleep, a place separate from the sitting room. Just set aside, if it's a bedroom, make sure that the bedroom is the place that the baby associates with sleeping. And then after that, switch off the lights. Make sure there is no light around so that the baby can get that mood that it's time to sleep and it's nighttime according to the program that you're meant to create for them. Also, make sure you read the cues. Get to learn the baby cues and know at what point is the baby tired, at what point is the baby full, what point is the baby crying of hunger. Google and find out what cues show that the baby is tired and is ready to sleep. So the first thing that they do, they normally yawn. Some rub their eyes, others just stare into space like zubaying. Others also change their facial expression. You can tell this baby is tired. You see that they're trying to lift their hands and all that. Those are things to look out for. Another mistake that parents do is not creating a routine. A baby needs consistency in how they're programmed in the first couple of months so that they are able to learn that when it's this way, this is how things happen. When it's this way, this is how things happen. The baby is in the process of learning, so it's good to create a routine for the baby. Guys, make sure that when you're creating your routine, it coordinates with the meal times. By this I mean the baby should be able to know that when they wake up, they breastfeed, do something else, maybe just relax or get a massage, shower. Create a routine and make sure it goes hand in hand with breastfeeding time. Because for me, I did an hour, then I kept increasing the intervals in between so that my baby gets to learn that time just before sleep I'll breastfeed him, then he will sleep. He'll wake up, then I'll breastfeed him, and then have him get active a little bit, have people hold him, make him a bit active. Then after some time, breast milk again and again and again. So while you're trying to create a routine for him, especially the night routine, make sure you coordinate it with the meals so that he's able to know that after breastfeeding or during breastfeeding I just sleep off, or after breastfeeding I wait a little and then I'm put to bed. So it's really important to do that. Another mistake that people do is letting one caregiver or one parent hold a baby for too long. Now, there are two aspects to this. One aspect is a stressful parent will transfer their stress and agony to the child. And in this case, I'm talking about the mother. If the mother is not rested enough, if she's tired and exhausted and all that, she will pass the negative energy to the child, and the child needs not such energy. So making sure that the baby doesn't get too accustomed or too used to one person is important. So in the case that you're not there, the baby can be able to fall asleep with someone else around the house. So make sure that you alternate with holding the baby, especially when they're getting to sleep, so that they can get used to everybody in the house as well. Another mistake that people normally do is skipping the bedtime routine. If you set that the baby needs to be asleep by 7, make sure it's at 7 every single day. Because the moment you skip and extend, that pattern is going to break. And when it breaks, your baby starts disturbing. In the middle of the night, they want to wake up. So they get fussy. You don't want to have that. You want a kid who is consistent and sleeps at the right time, wakes up at the right time. You're able to even plan yourself if you have consistency for your baby. Another mistake, which I'm a culprit of, responding to any little sound that the baby makes. Now, sometimes you find the baby is dreaming or just moving and you're there. Yeah, what happened? So the moment you come closer, you wake the baby up. Yeah, so you need to make sure that let things be. Yeah, if you hear some sound, just wait kidogo, hear out. If it's a baby, if the baby is uneasy or anything, they'll be able to sort themselves out. If the baby is maybe breathing funny, then you can go check. If the baby is crying, then you can go check, but do not respond to every single sound. So a tip for me, I put the baby cot just next to my side of the bed, so I am able to hear and know the cues and know if the baby is okay, because there's a way that you can tell. From the first couple of nights when you sleep with the baby, you can tell the baby is sleeping soundly and the baby is okay. But when he starts making some funny sounds, you can know he's not okay. So with time, you'll get used to it. It doesn't come with a manual, you just have to learn on it. Another mistake also relating to the previous one is not allowing the baby to self-soothe. The baby can cry for your attention, but you have to allow them to self-soothe. I learned this from my friend Julie, who kept telling me, you're responding too much on the baby's sounds. Leave him alone, let him self-soothe. If there's any issue, he'll keep crying and you will know he's distressed because of the cry. Because the distress cries are normally worse than the normal ones. There's this one that that babies just want to get attention, you can tell. So allow your baby to self-soothe. Don't keep responding to every single sound they make. Another thing is having sleep independence. I know it's very difficult, especially if you do not have a baby cot. It's difficult to have a baby sleep independently, but it's good to train them to sleep at a different time that you are, or if you're sleeping with them, have them sleep first, then come join them in bed. I don't know how people normally do it, because mine was sleeping in a baby cot, in a crib. I don't know how people who sleep with their babies in the bed, how they do it. I'm not quite sure. You can share in the comment section how you're able to survive this stage. But giving a baby self-independence is very important, because they can be able to be alone and sleep better. Another mistake that parents do that ruin the baby's sleep is assuming some cues that you get. Assuming discomforts that come with baby cries. As I had said, make sure that you know the cries of your baby. You will learn with time that this baby is crying in a normal way just to get your attention, or if this baby is crying in a funny way, that means that there is a problem. Once the baby cries, you get to know either the baby is hungry, or the baby needs a diaper change, or the baby is hot, so you loosen up kidogo, get some clothes off of him or her. So these discomforts make a baby not want to sleep. They will just keep crying. It's just like you as an adult. You have so many clothes on. Will you sleep? It's too hot. You're sweaty. Will you sleep? It's going to be very uncomfortable for you. You as an adult. Well, you don't wear diapers, but if you have anything wet around you, you would not be comfortable to sleep. Yeah. This is just common sense. Make sure your baby is comfortable when you're putting them to bed. Otherwise, they will keep disturbing you in between. Another mistake that parents do is giving up too early. Oh, my friends, my dear mothers, don't give up. You're stuck with this child. Well, not stuck, but this is your child. You love your child. You want to make sure it works. Work as hard as you would work so hard for a relationship or for somebody you love so much. So it's a lot of hard work, but in the end it's going to pay off. So don't give up. Keep doing it. Keep working on it. Eventually your baby will get to sleep well. Shout out to a friend of mine, Diana, who was going through this a lot. At that time, she was so frustrated because the baby was not sleeping. She was so tired. You could see her and know that she needs a big rest. Like, if there's something called a big rest, like that huge rest, just for herself, because the baby doesn't want to sleep. The baby is always crying. The baby is fussy. But the moment she got to learn the patterns, the moment she got to learn what to do and how to make things right, she's a happy mom now. So it's really important to make sure the baby's sleep is done right. Otherwise, you'll have a long 6 months or 3 months, who knows, or even 1 year, because some babies become stubborn for a long time. Now, the last thing that I want to share with you guys, that you need to stop. This is a huge mistake. Do not listen to anyone. We make a mistake to listen to people around us so much. People who had In fact, people who are adding no value. Some people come in with advices, they don't even have a child. Then you're like, Sasa wewe, when did you become a counselor of children things, yet you have no child? And some even give you advice, yet they have kids who are way, way older, like high school going kids. I don't think your advice would be needed at this point in time, because times change. Times have changed. And what you used to do back then might not work now. So, the best thing to do, dear mom and dad, follow reputable sources like your pediatrician, a nutritionist. Those are the people you need to follow. And just a few close people who have babies recently, who have had babies recently. Wachana now, leave these people who are all extremely older. My mom gave me very good advice. She told me, my dear, try to learn from people who had kids recently. Me, my last child is in high school. He's in Form 4. I don't remember much, so I will not be able to give you advice so much. So try and get other sources. Try and get friends who have younger kids, and that advice has helped me. Thanks, mom. It's helped me a lot, because relying on her, calling her, mom, the baby's due has done what? Mom, I stopped. I called her once. In fact, I called her when there's a time the baby fell. I was so scared. I'd put the baby on our bed, and our bed is a bit higher. So, that distance from the bed to the floor. I had put the baby there. I didn't know the baby would turn. So, I just put him there, went to get something, and then I had a scream. I've never forgiven myself for that. And that is the last time that baby has fallen, Yani. Before I leave him anywhere, I have to carry him everywhere I go, because I don't want to go through that again. It was traumatizing. That was the first and last time I called my mom, and she just laughed and told me, it happened. Stop fussing over it. I was like, Nimpeleke hospitali, I don't know what to do. I even started crying. Instead of calling anyone else, I called her to tell her, I mean, anyway, forgive me. I'm a first time. I don't know much. Before consulting anybody else, search deep down and feel if something is right or wrong. If you feel like your baby is having some difficulty in something, and you deeply feel that this is not something that is usual, go to the doctor. Don't wait for second opinion. Don't wait for someone to come see your child first, because you know your child best. After giving birth, after holding that baby, after getting to struggle to get that baby to sleep, you would know every single thing that this baby is going through. You're given 3 months out of work to learn your baby, to be with your baby, and bond with your baby. This is the time to get to know your child so good, so well, that if somebody else is left to take care of that child, hata kama they stay there for 1 year and take care of your child, you would know if something is wrong. You'd look at this child and he would cry in a certain way, and you'd be like, this child is not okay. I need to take him to hospital. This child is not okay. I need to examine him, or I need to stay with him and, observe further. So, use your intuition, use your common sense. Yeah? There's no room for kuzub in motherhood. There's no room for you just waiting on something. There's not such room. You have to changamka, learn things faster. Don't wait for someone to tell you or to assure you or to give you some sort of assurance. Don't wait for your husband. Don't wait for your baby daddy to get assurance on something. I was waiting for you to tell me whether it's okay to take the baby to hospital. No. Do it. If you feel your baby is not okay, do it. Take your baby to hospital. If you feel your baby is struggling in a certain way, do what needs to be done. That is why you have been given that opportunity to be a mother, to make decisions for the well-being of a soul of somebody else. Someone is looking up to you to do this for him or her. So, guys, sorry, I've diverted from my topic, but just a form of motivation for mothers out there, or a form of inspiration for mothers out there. Let me tell you, especially if you're a single mom and you faced rejection all over, you're alone and you have no one to look up to, this is a point where you need to trust yourself. Trust that you know what you're doing and you're going to have everything under control. And another thing, if you're a mother who's less than 20 years, because you know the society we're living in, if you're less than 20 years, you get a lot of judgments, you get a lot of rebuke from people. How do you tunafanya? What are you doing? Why are you holding this baby like this? Don't allow that. Yeah, if you need to get away from people to be able to feel positive about what you're doing, do so, but just make sure you have internet in your hands. Yeah, you have internet around you. This age is nice. You're able to Google and you're able to see, learn things on your own. You don't need to consult anybody, and you're going to be okay. It's just a short time that your baby will need to learn to get to sleep. After that, you'll just be wondering, what was I fussing about? Things will fall into place and you'll be okay. Thank you guys for watching my channel. I've talked too much. And if you've not subscribed to my channel and you're still watching this, you can't come all this far and then not subscribe. Go down there, subscribe, click on the bell, the notification button there. There's a bell. Click on it to be able to get more videos like this, because at the end of the day, sisi, like mothers, it's our duty to support each other. Yeah, when you have no one to talk to, I'm here. I'm willing to listen. Share anything you have on the comment section below. Auntie Aska is here for you. So have a nice time. I'll see you in my next vlog.